Shut up and sit down.
Hello YouTube, I'm TheCheeringScroll, and today I bring you the second to last episode of my Age of Empires strategy game. Today I will be covering the Imperial Age. Honestly, I had a bit of a difficult time distinguishing the two, Imperial and Post-Imperial, as you don't physically level or age up, so I just got the 58-minute clip in half and cut it up. Hopefully enjoy. This week is pretty good and get good battles in, so let's begin! As you can see here, I was just being raided a bit by him as we left off, and I'm going to save once again just because in case anything really goes wrong I can revert back to it. It's a good choice when you're playing single player games, and I'm just right now trying to get all my standard updates or upgrades in line so that I can have a strong attack by the post-Imperial Age. And this one scout's kind of providing problems, soldiers in my woad raiders down there pretty fast. I think close to as fast as the horse. Maybe I'll do a test someday. When I have my onagers there, which arrive just in time, but it's going to be difficult to hit him. He is a horse, and that's kind of like the bane of any siege weapon, especially onagers. Yeah, they're onagers at this point. I upgraded from mangonel at the beginning. And this is actually really scared me. Luckily my woad raiders got down just in time as his men got in, and that's the problem with onagers. The problem with them is themselves. If they hit each other, you're done with. And I was genuinely scared at this point because they were rushing in, and I was just trying to do anything to keep them out. I luckily can hold them off for a while and get my walls back up, but this whole Imperial Age is really a struggle against each other, and it was really fun actually to play this due to the difficulty. I have actually played on hardest before. This is only hard and wasn't as difficult. I think it was the race they were playing. The British for some reason seem a bit overpowered while I played against reverse. I was British, they were Celts, and they barely did anything. I don't know how the AI works. Maybe I'll look into it at some point, but it was good. Now, they're going after the relics, which is a viable way to win, and AI seems to think that as well, because a lot of time when I wall up, that's how they win, because if you play as a... Oh, wow, he's trying to get either a castle or town center there just to get me out and attack. Now, if you really want a douchey way to win on multiplayer or any game, really, when you get to Castle Age, either go into the middle of the base and build a castle or town center, and you know what happens? You'll kill all their villagers, do anything. In Feudal Age, you can do that with towers, and it's just really a bad person move to do, but to each their own, I guess. So I just got the keep upgrade. I didn't really see that villager there, but whatever. I just got the keep upgrade so that my towers will be better defended, because he is attacking quite a bit, and I thought I would need that. Now I got the Elite Woad Raider, which will really increase their health, speed, and everything will be great. And I just rang the town bell because you don't want to do that, it'll stop resource production, but they're in, so I thought it was time. And I don't think I have any Woad Raiders left. If they're down at the gates defending it, so hopefully my town center can take these guys, and I just sent my scout into Hill's Village, which I haven't scouted yet. I usually explore the map pretty well, but this game I just sort of was like, okay, it's Highlands, there's a river down the middle, I know what's going on, he'll be on the other side. I did not expect him to be so close to the land bridge, or whatever it's called, shallows, as he was. The keep upgrade just finished, and my workers are still going with wood and stone, hopefully, because those... I mean, right now I'm lacking in food and gold, but that can be brought up pretty simply. And the towers are making pretty easy work of those men. And I still haven't gotten gold mine, which I think I'll do eventually around in this episode, but I mean, not my top priority. Again, though, as soon as you get into Imperial Age, you want to stockpile resources so that you can get all the great update grades that get you, like, so much better. Like, you can't win a game unless you have these upgrades, and by the quote-unquote post-Imperial Age, you're going to have all those. Again, specifying difference is a bit difficult because I don't get all the upgrades, obviously. The ones I don't need, I don't get. Again, he's sending a monk to get that relic. I assume he has all the other ones just because he's really desperately trying to get mine. Maybe there's 2 or 3 on my side of the river, but still. he never does get them all, and if he does, the 200 years never passes because I win by conquest, spoiler alert. And so right now I'm just spreading villagers onto gold, sending a few more sheep up if I ever do need them or run out of food. These two road raiders are just killing off that archer, which works out fine. I mean, chase them around the map all you want. Now the border is a bit frantic. You can see the walls are just missing. There's blueprints everywhere. And if he sent in an attack right now, I don't think I'd be able to honestly defend because... And again, the monk. It's weird how the AI works, how persistent it is on some things. Like, I don't know why it kept on trying for relics, even though it had the superior military at that point. If you check the timeline later, you'll see it was a great military up until the end, but what you gonna do? So right now, I'm just keep on producing onagers and woad raiders, which would be my main strategy. Later on in the game, when gold becomes a bit less abundant, I switch to pikemen, which aren't that great, but they're cheap trash units which can do a lot against their horsemen, which he seems to be making. And then I try and stick to siege weapons, onagers, mangonels, battering rams, whatever I can, but that gets a bit difficult again as the gold runs out. You want to get a big army in the beginning of the Imperial Age when you still have everything. And right there he has 2 trebuchets, which I was, maybe 3 I think, which I was really surprised about getting those out, but this actually really scared me. They were just walking in troops. I thought he would have at least put up a town center right in the top left. See where it's all black? I have nothing. That'd be a smart move for the AI to see, especially if they know I don't know where they are. And as you can see, they just disappeared into the woods. I don't think I find them, honestly, but I'm not that scared. Now that trebuchet, oof, right to the villager, which is a weird strategy to use, albeit, but it worked. I took care of that trebuchet pretty simply and have that villager now working on the walls. And usually I wouldn't be so focused on the walls, but considering how much of a defensive game this is now, I'm thankful for having them because as you can see, he comes up and is trying to get through the walls, which gives me a good buffer to get him out. But when I attack him later in this episode, he has nothing. Maybe, I think he has a wall or 2 up, but not at the river where it can actually matter. Because he's, I don't know, he's not that smart with buildings, I guess. But I will really just make him work up his horsemen. Not doing that great a job, but here come these mangonels. I see a villager, and that's what really gets me thinking, crap, he has a camp back here or something, but nope, didn't even build a barracks, which has been a great idea. Another kind of douchey move is, this usually happens in the castle age or feudal age, but if you go over and drop barracks or archery range or whatever behind the enemy's base, you can just be producing villagers there, garrison them inside, I don't know, the barracks, and then pop them out and have a surprise attack. It's devastating, really. It's actually really terrifying. You're working on your farm like, oh, he hasn't attacked yet, and then boom, from the middle of your base, right behind you, where you have not secured because you're like, who would be back there? This whole army comes out, and you have nothing to do but to call your town in. I've had it happen to me once or twice, and it's not fun. So, as you can see, my people are sort of finishing off that gold mine right there, and I eventually, they go back up to work on it, but I think I need to build a new camp near there. That's also a good tip. Whenever you see the lumber camps or the lumber line gets pushed back, build a new one. It'll be better for you. I mean, if you really want to know why, there's a Spirit of the Law video out there that explains it perfectly, working on the math, but just listen. It's really good to fix that. And I'm replacing farms. Right now I was just scrambling to get resources because, I mean, the gold's doing pretty well. Food, my wood's really booming and my stone is gone. I used it all up making those walls, and it's not something I'm proud of. I didn't have anything for a castle of defense if that line got destroyed or anything. So right now I'm just kind of keeping those main onagers there so that they can't get through. And my guys are building another tower, and the siege ramps work. Though they walk slowly, I had a difficult time hitting them. And then I started focusing on the horse because he would easily take out my onagers quickly. They can't seem to track him, and I only ended up killing myself, which I'm not proud of at all. This game wasn't my best, but I mean, I did a decent job, I guess, but that's just wasting money. What was that, 200 gold, maybe 300, out of the nowhere. 2 towers there, which, in case of coming again, I see a trebuchet, and I don't know what to do. The gate's locked, so I don't know what to do. I just hit delete, let that those villagers in so they can come in and repair things, fix it up, build another tower. And in this area, I was just really, I'm gonna say it again, freaking me out because I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Everything's being destroyed, even though I have a pretty decent stockpile resources. 3,000 gold, 1,000 food, 2,500 gold. I mean, 3,000 wood. Sorry about that. And again, my stone was way down, so I can't replace anything if it gets destroyed. And at this point, I was sort of thinking, I might as well start working on military because he's not going to stop anytime soon. So, you know, repairs are going, building a new tower, which just wasting stuff right there. I sent her over to repair it, but it doesn't do well. It's pitiful, really, watching me try and defend against this with villagers and towers. If you want a good race to tower rush with, it would be the Koreans or the Teutons, depending on what if you have the expansion or not. If you have the Conqueror's expansion, there it is. I'd really go with the Koreans if you want to wall up the turtle. But if you don't, the Teutons would be a good race to do that with. Their knights are just superb when you're taking on infantry. Like even, I don't know, maybe 30 to 40 Teutonic knights against like a whole wave of Gothic infantry. They do pretty well, honestly. And the Goths get really pumped out in infantry. If you've ever played with them, it's really fun when you just have a whole wave of people. Like just swoop in, like a couple hundred soldiers, like champions, halberdiers, everything. And just replacing my farms because I have the wood. I don't know why I didn't buy a stockpile of farms yet, but that's on me. And then producing wood graders. My food will permit. Onagers, which that was a good. Got the siege onager upgrade. I think things are gonna start turning around if I can keep my walls up. And the stone seems to be coming in at a steady enough production rate, but I'll run out eventually. That's what needs to be thought of when you're in the Imperial Age. What should I do to keep it? Oh my god, I just placed one looking. How much of an idiot can I be? So I have been working on that to delete that. But again, in the Imperial Age, you start wondering, what will I run out of first? And how can I either conserve it or use it to my advantage? You don't want to be throwing away resources willy-nilly. No, you want to either use them how you need to or keep them alive long enough. Can you imagine that coming through your gates as soon as you're working on a tower? It's just devastating. And the monks, I think he's going to get for a religious victory. I'm almost sure of it. Maybe he's trying to convert my men, which is a good enough strategy I don't see online. Like, no one really uses monks. They're powerful, especially if you're the Aztecs. A monk rush would be amazing. I was playing as a Spanish friend the other day, and my army consisted of this. What is it called? The monks on donkeys for being right. Crap. Missionaries, there they are. Missionaries, conquistadors, and villagers. Of course, the villagers are PS Spanish, but still. Conquistadors were in the back, taking on anyone too fast. My monks, or missionaries, had a whole line of maybe 10 or 12 of them, and they converted anything coming within range. And then my villagers went in to destroy the buildings. It was glorious. You could see if you saw the look on his face, it was just priceless. Seeing the monks run in and all his build. Actually, I converted his towers, which made it that much better. And then my villagers came in, took out his castle in a matter of seconds. I had like 40 villagers. And then my missionaries just took out any of these big soldiers or onagers, whatever he was using as Franks. It was pretty great, that game, but still, beside the point, yeah. I'm keeping up with the attacks relatively with my siege onagers, like, look at that. It's kind of overkill, but it's glorious seeing those steel-clad monsters come in and just destroy everything. Even my own buildings and trees. But what are you gonna do? They're onagers, so you can't really help them. And my resources are actually pretty good at this point. Another monk, he actually grabbed the relic at that point, which I didn't really care about because, well, it's a relic. I think that's how he got most of his gold, though. That's another thing. By the Castle Age, it's recommended, I didn't do it because I'm an idiot, to find at least 1 or 2 relics, just so that your enemies can't win religiously, and you get the extra gold when gold does run out. And I actually had my villagers just run out of gold mine or something, which I'm like, what am I gonna do? They're gone now, so I sent them off. Ooh, off to hell apparently. Yep, keep on building things. Oh, here's fun. If you have a group of villagers who you don't like, select them all and then just delete a bunch. It's pretty, I don't know, sick, but satisfying. There they go again. Too many villagers, I guess. More energy coming out, more road raiders being produced. At this point, I'm attacking soon. This is going to be great. Some men-at-arms just for backup. And again, the food's a bit low, but probably could have used those guys I just killed off to make food. I have enough wood definitely to do it, as it is just a wood to food conversion. But 2 sheep left as well, which I guess I didn't pounce on. And I think you can see there, his walls are just tipped at the edge, but he wasn't as, again saving, but he wasn't as good at walling up. Like, I could go just around his walls while he had to go through my walls, which, yeah, that's on him. Oof, now he's got a mangonel, but as you can see, they're nowhere near as good as mine. Like, that little thing couldn't take out one of mine. And me being an idiot and trying to micro get out his rams, which, what are you gonna do? I'm trying to send, like, what, 8 or 9 onagers against one little onager? They're bound to miss without chemistry or anything like that. I think I haven't researched chemistry yet, it'll definitely help, but... Oh, look at that. One just got destroyed, he doesn't even do anything. Sickening, really. Such a horrible waste. What's that? 800 gold right there? I basically just killed myself with. Again. Okay, here's a tip. If you do have the Conqueror's expansion, go to the mill, and you'll see a little farm button. You can pre-order or, like, have farms reprint themselves automatically. It'll cost the same amount, doesn't do anything crazy, by just clicking the button. And this is where, okay, see this? This is why I got the onagers. If I can get one good shot in, he'll just demolish them, but... Oh, look at that backup. You can just hear me clicking as well. It's like, and me trying to fire every time. Of course, I'm not really doing that well against myself. I am my own enemy here, but he was absolutely demolished. And it's just hilarious having your enemy's hordes come in and you crush them, especially if you're in a, like, a cannon area and you have onagers on both sides and you have to walk by, which is beautiful, or on top of the hill or anything where they're not expecting. Ooh, here's a good strategy. If you click on the onager, you'll see a little axe button that says fire and ground. Do that in front of a tree or anywhere like that, and you'll see it destroy trees. And you can cut a hole right into his buildings or village or whatever he has set up. They usually don't expect it. He's like, why would he come from the woods? And it's hilarious seeing them freak out and just wander because that's the least protected area. Beautiful shot. Monk's dying. I am just from on the bridge though, but what are you gonna do? More road raiders coming out. And I hotkey them by hitting Control and 2 or Shift and 2, either one will work. Again, keep sending men slowly, but they're not going to make it. And that hotkey button works really well for microing when you're in a base. And I think at this point I sent them over and just like, screw it. If he's going to be attacking me, I'm re-attacking him. Of course, I saved again because I'm not an idiot and don't want to lose everything, especially if the game crashes like it did in my first recording. Well, look at that. He sent like an archer over what? My road raiders at the front edge, buffering any infantry, and these infantry just come in. And this is the big battle I was alluding to earlier. I get into his base and do some real damage. I have my road raiders lined up for when I break the walls. Because look, he's not that well walled up. He put it so I can just walk in. Now, in this situation, you don't want to get on what I done and close off the river so he can't walk into land and fire onagers. Gold mines just ran out, and I have no idea what to do to these people. So, I both have them all go and build a wall. And I'm not really paying attention to my onagers because I have villagers going out everywhere. Look at that. Those guys just destroyed something, apparently. And right now I have them going to help because horsemen are not what I want in my onager field. Because those things will they cut through me like butter. The monk goes down, and this is a pretty good fight, I would say. I have my guys constantly firing at the gate. The road raiders taking on any infantry they can throw at me. It's just great. And this is kind of where I shine the best. I thought I'd be winning at this point just because of pure onagers. I end up taking out his town center. He doesn't surrender, but he surrenders after I do something else. We'll see next episode, so be sure to tune in next week about how I do win. And look at that. It's fiery, like, fire from above. That's just beautiful seeing like 5 or 6 onagers just all firing at one person or one building. It's absolute demolition. Like, I'm sure you can gather 2 or 3 trebuchets, but they don't have wheels, and then they have to unpack and pack, and by then, you've got hustle to you. These things, though, great, especially against the British, who have these long bowmen. They work great at long ranges, of course, against infantry, but archers and siege weapons don't go well in there. So one ran into any archer civilization, like Mayans, and you'll be sad. It's just a perfect tank. That's falling to me. This is some of the poetry you could ever read. Looks like he got his own, but... So right now, all those guys, I have no idea why I had them all going over to build a wall. Just to build them a tower, because what else do you with useless villagers? Build towers with stone you need. And also use a pretty calm here. I'm gonna keep creating onagers just so I can feed my food. I broke down his gate, and that's all that I really need to do. Road raiders coming out, upgraded the long swordsmen so those men at arms aren't as useless as they will be. And he sent someone over, but what's he gonna do again? It's not like what he's done this before. He has his own siege weapon. Oh, that was mine, just trying to escape. He's still on the normal onagers, which really I can just walk right under. I think I do end up trying to take it with these villagers. It's hilarious. Nope. And what do I remember? This was filmed like a week or 2 ago. Repairing villages. Well, those siege onagers are going down. It's magnificent, really. This is the stuff legends are made out of. Sorry for being a bit self-boasting. I just find this game really cool, especially when you're on the winning side of a siege war. And you know what would be really interesting? I've never seen this before, but if someone only used like petards and monks, maybe, no, I haven't seen it. Someone just sends a bunch of petards which go Allahu Akbar and blow up any walls or anything you have. And then they also send in a bunch of monks to take care of villagers, towers, anything else, until the person just resigns. It'd be horribly expensive in gold. Maybe on a gold rush map it could work. But it'd be hilarious. Again, saving because I felt a little threatened there, but what are you gonna do? And my onagers go down. Take out these arrowmen or longbowmen, which are doing nothing against the buildings, which get some siege engine. And if you're playing as a Mayan or any really archer civilization, don't use them against buildings. They do like literally 1 damage, and the buildings have like hundreds of health. You'll be sitting there for 20 minutes. Actually, once I was playing as the Chinese against a friend, and just because he was just learning the game at that point, just for fun, I sent in like 100 chukunu of just pure them and had him take out all his buildings. It was painful to watch, and he had to sit there until he resigned. I wouldn't let him resign either. It was just hilarious. And so I unlock the gate so that my things can get through, or lock them so they can. I didn't really see that. Actually, I lock them so they don't have to walk in or out to the thing. And that's kind of infuriating to splash down, but I'm all walled up. Onagers are like my favorite thing in this game, if you haven't been able to tell. They just do so much damage and just so many people. They're good against anything, really, except the horsemen, but then just use a buffer and they'll be fine. So pikemen take care of that very simply. Yeah, everything... Age of Empires is like a giant real-time chess game. Everything has a counter, and everything needs to be thought of ahead. Someone's making horsemen, do pikemen. Someone's doing siege, do horsemen. Someone's doing infantry, do archers. It's a pretty simple formula, but even then, it's kind of see ahead at the point of feudal where you need to make your decisions, but it can easily be changed with a few upgrades. Again, replacing my farms as my resources are doing great other than stone, which is all gone. And the gold I have, well, I don't have any gold. None being created at the moment, so right now I'm just sort of scouting out in the area that I could get gold from, which, because I'm not a fan of not being able to create gold, that's where my siege onagers, road raiders, champions, everything comes from. And even now I have less. I just sold some wood, which I've said it before, the market's a great way to balance your economy. But even then, you can't sustain on it forever because the prices go up and down depending if you bought or sold things. So it usually just becomes like selling 1,000 wood for 1 gold. It's not worth it at all. All those honors are going for 1 archer. Right now I'm just building up my army until I can get big enough to do a big sweep of his, what's it called, nation, kingdom, whatever it is, small enough for 1 area. Still, I'm just saving up. And I think I saw gold right under my box, but really it was nothing and I got excited, so yeah, 1 gold, that's gonna do me real well in the future. It's kind of my bane not being able to see that, but I lived through it. That's basically the moral of the story, live through it. And my kingdom's growing pretty large at this point. I'm really actually proud of it because things are going really well for me. I felt happy. I just built a new lumber camp. We started getting more lumber so I can sell off the market. And I'm ready to take more. So just a few more onagers and a few more wood raiders until I reach my population max. Again, I haven't gotten the blacksmith upgrades for Imperial, which, oof, been slacking on. That's one of the first things you should do. And I'm surprised I still have 110 population max. The game's population would be like 200, I think. I don't know why I haven't built houses. Just don't have the time. But look at all those. And I just thought, whoa, the gate is locked. That's why they are trying to go around, which they won't be able to because of the river. Sorry if I'm just rambling here. A lot of things are going on. I'm just trying to talk about it. More world raiders going down. Get my army ready. And it's going to be so satisfying when I finally attack. He sends a small trebuchet after me to take care of the gate. And those are good and all, but they have to be set up. I see that. If you're playing as maybe the Goths, I can understand sending a trickle of people, but because they're cheap and easy to make. But when you're making champions at that point, and if you're not a infantry civilization, you're just wasting people sending them to the grinder. And he has a transfer ship, which I didn't see. Maybe he is sending a base behind me. I doubt it, but look at that. That would explain why he's sending one around my gate. The AI is quite smart for what it can do at the time. This was made in 98, 99. So I'm actually really surprised I was able to do that. Or think that far ahead. And my wood raiders are making quick work of his trebuchets, which champions made it around, but as you can see, they're taking out the trees. My towers will just take care of it as I send in my onagers and wood raiders. And as I reach population, I think, why not? I have enough soldiers, let's go kill them off. Right now I just send in my men-at-arms or long swordsmen at that point to take care of any champions he sent in. And so my cutting through it like butter, it's hilarious watching them all swarm one guy at a time. And the honors come in as my hotkey 2 or 3 or maybe 1. I don't know how many hotkeys I have at that point. I think it was 1. And I'm ready to do some damage. He has what, 3, 4 champions in, and he'll be taken care of. Dispatched quickly. And as you can see, his whole village is kind of compact there. So I send my wood raiders back so they don't get killed, and in go my onagers. I send the wood raiders after the ram just to take it on so he can stop production. But the onagers think they can do it, so let them. Pikemen are being created because they're cheap and don't cost gold. As you can see, my gold is measly 1, which I'm not proud of, but what are you going to do? I didn't think that far ahead. And his champions, oddly enough, aren't being killed off by the towers, but it'll take time. And here goes my big siege on the city. I'm just firing in on it as I take out their houses defensively. He sends a knight every once in a while, maybe a champion, and I kill some of my own, but really he doesn't do that much. I end up getting pretty far into his town. And as long as I had wood raiders, I thought I was pretty good until I started firing at myself. Again, with onagers, you are your own bane. You kill your own infantry, you cut through your own forest, you cut down your own gates. But boy oh my, they do damage. Do you just see, like, I'm just crushing him. This is the equivalent of like a tank or artillery missile. Just firing on everything. Like just explosions going off, houses burning down. And I do try and get into his church because I saw he had the relics and I thought, oh, I can destroy his monastery. Well, he won't be able to win religiously even if he does have, what, a couple relics. Farms are exhausting, people are dying. It's, at this point in the game, I'm sort of ignoring my economy, which, I mean, look at the wood and food alone. Of course, the more mineable resources are extremely high, 1 out of 10, but I can just create trash to buy the time as long as I get through a good chunk of this village here. I really do quite something here. All those volleys of, like, what are they, rocks or missiles or bombs being thrown in on him. Everything's destroyed. And the flag there on the monastery means something's in there, either a person or, as you can see, 4 relics. So he obviously was trying to win religiously, which I guess could have worked if he had time, but no, didn't let him. And that's another thing, you have to be able to counter them. I didn't do that good job highlighting it, but if you see them doing one way or another, maybe they're not attacking at all, walled up, and they have a pretty good economy, they're most likely going for a wonder. Once I was playing on Highlands, and I set up this, like, 4-wall thick tunnel, and on each side I had a bunch of honors so that anyone who went in, and there's like 3 gates that I had to get through, had to be berated by like 28 honors. Oh, there goes the town center. Hilarious watching them send in like these troops and they get all compact and the siege weapons do what they're supposed to do. And that's a good way, and I just built a wonder on the back because he couldn't get to me, so why let him? And I got through a good chunk of his town, like all that's left there are really houses and farms. He has a few barracks or archery ranges and a university in the right, and I take care of those in the next episode. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day, really. Now, bye-bye.